It was a war for the shape of our minds. Chapter 5, The Choice. Ida's labor came sudden as thunder. We had no doctor, only Aurel with his hands that could mend and maim with the same motion. He refused to step outside the line of fire. "If I leave," he said, "the orders will come true." He looked at me, and for a moment I saw a memory in his eyes, fields of white, the sound of pages, the soft smell of cedar, and I understood that he had once been closer to what passed for heaven than any of us deserved. The motel became something like a cathedral for the desperate. We lit candles, not because they would help against steel and wing, but because light is a habit that keeps souls from slipping. Ida's cries were a drum of hope and terror. The attackers came in waves, their faces sometimes human at the edge of their masks, then slipping into something conjured from prayer and pain. Bodies fell, and each death was a punctuation in the sentence of that night. At one point I found a blade and held it like a promise. There is a moment in every fight where your hands decide you are no longer a witness. I moved through the rooms with the awkward certainty of someone born to fear, and I did things I cannot clean from my memory. I killed. I watched friends die with their mouths forming the names of children and regrets. Aurel caught my wrist with fingers that burned like fresh iron and said, "Do not carry this as shame. Carry it as proof that you were willing." When Ida's breath stilled and then came back like a bell under water, we all leaned in. The child arrived with a shriek and a wet, terrible sound that seemed to push back the world by an inch. For a heartbeat, the air forgot to be heavy.